my name is Trev, and today I'm going to give my early impressions on Hellbreach Vegas. It's going to be released into early access on March 11th, and I managed to get some gameplay from the playtest that's currently happening on Steam. I have an extended video of Hellbreach gameplay in both the description and in the pinned comment, so I do hope you'll end up enjoying it. I'll mainly be talking about the game's mechanics as someone who have played games very similar to Hellbreach, like COD Zombies, very frequently in the past, and Killing Floor to a minor extent, as I do hope that Infinity Ape Studios do end up watching this at some point. To start off, and likely during the start of early access, there are currently 3 maps to play on. The first one is a nighttime map, which is on screen now. The other is at a police station, which is the extended gameplay video. And the last one is a practice map that helps to give the basics. Each of these maps flow very well, and there's not really any one place where you feel safe to stay and camp for long periods of time, which is a good thing to some extent. But you also get what feels like a small amount of currency for what ends up being exorbitant prices for both the perks and the upgrade machines as the waves progress. By the time you're at wave 15, which is roughly 20 minutes into the game, the spinner boost, the weapon upgrade machine I referenced earlier, ends up going up in price from $2,000 at wave 1 to a whopping $5,000 at wave 15, and gets more expensive as you progress. And if you just join into a quick match that's around wave 15, you'll end up only being able to upgrade your weapons once, and the demons by then would be significantly buffed to the point where almost every bullet-based weapon makes a basic enemy feel like a lightweight tank. And even if you manage to get it upgraded during the round, there is still a chance that you will not get any upgrades at all, and get all access, and end up wasting $5,000 or perhaps even more or less depending on which wave you're at, when you could have used it on a cheaper perk. Which brings me to my next topic. All perks and weapons in-game that you buy are with your character permanently, even after death, until you leave the match. And as the rounds progress, perks do get more expensive. Not as much as Spinner Boost, the upgrade machine, but it's fairly pricey. Each of the perks works fairly well, and there are some that currently needs fixing, like the ammo perk, on whether or not it's effective on your immediate weapons or to any future weapons you get. But I don't get the idea of having a perk that makes all other perks less expensive. I do understand the concept of having a perk that gives discounts to all of the perks, but with how expensive all the perks together are, the needed weapon upgrades for the demons at future waves as well, and spending $3,000 on a random weapon occasionally at some point, it makes an already extremely expensive purchase seem totally unnecessary, when the perks end up going back down to half that price after the discount anyways. And even still, practically speaking, all the perks should be at that discounted price by default, instead of what they are now, if the devs would reconsider replacing the discounted perk. And I'm only saying this because perks are not super easy to find. They could be pretty random. It really depends on the map itself with where that specific perk would be at. And even then, it could be on a whole far end of that map, my fault, or it could just be right next to you, where you can easily get it at round 1. But even then, the extra perk could have been used for any other purpose than reducing the price of other perks that you've likely already obtained, and fairly suitable replacements could be, for example, being able to get 1 free spin on any one machine for each wave, or perhaps to allow ammo prices and barricade prices to be half off when purchased, as these 2 concepts alone help to reduce the total price of everything that a player would need during gameplay. But there are, more so than not, better ideas or different ways that the developers could take on tackling this perk issue that I haven't brought up. And I do hope that perhaps this perk could be changed in some kind of way in the future, as I think this perk alone makes an excuse for all the other perks to be more expensive than it actually should be for normal difficulty. Lastly, there are chips that you can get in the game that allows you to open up doors and get cool cosmetics and upgrades later on when the game gets closer to launch, with some cosmetics being able to be purchased in the Playtest build right now. They do serve a unique purpose, and there's not really much I can say about how these chips are used in the main menu, but I still think there should or could be another use in-game for these chips. Whenever you eventually progress to later rounds, whether it's in solo, with friends, or with other people, I end up getting 5 to 10 more chips or even more, depending on how well I did. And I would love to see a cool in-game use for the excess chips that players will eventually get. Perhaps the roulette wheel could use chips instead of money to activate the traps, as chips do appear more plentifully the more you survive. Or perhaps you can use chips to purchase items at a high price on the map instead of someone not having enough money, but have spare chips instead. And lastly, to be able to bring chips that you saved up from the menu into the game itself to make progression somewhat easier early on. These are 3 unique ideas that could make chips more practical and usable in-game, rather than just letting them get used for cosmetics or using them to open doors. It would also make chip machines have more of a purpose in-game, as there would be more of a reason on why you would get chips after getting all the cosmetics and upgrades. I think that's all I have to say in regards to the game mechanics, as the developers, as the studio, could really add anything they want to the game at this point, as they have most of the content planned out even in-game. And it's always worth having developers take their time with all this stuff, especially with a game like this, where it's entering into early access and it's going to get possible improvements over time in regards to mechanics like I brought up before. And like I pointed out here, I do think there are a good bit of issues that needs to be addressed. Hopefully this will be addressed sooner rather than later, but I'd rather let the devs take their time than rush it. But with that being said, I want to thank everyone for watching the video, whether it's the devs from Infinity Ape Studios, or whether it's just a casual viewer, or just someone who ended up just watching my video at some random point, just listening to a random person's opinion. I appreciate everyone's feedback and everyone's impression on this video. I'm not asking for anything in return when it comes to like helping the channel out. But if you ever want to help my channel out, and whether it's just, liking the video or subscribing, I do greatly appreciate it. Or even giving a comment, or even better ideas. Because perhaps the developers will see this video whenever you make the comment. And it would be really cool when that happens, because it's like, hey, I'm in there. I'm in this video and the devs saw my comment. That's really cool. And all that stuff. But I do hope everyone has a great day. It is beyond late when I'm making this video, but I feel like I have to make the video because my schedule is a bit tight. It's a bit tight right now, and yeah, a lot of crazy stuff's happening with me too. For everyone who's been on my channel, or who have subbed to my channel, or who has, been proactive within the last year on my channel, I'm sorry for not releasing any videos as often. Just a lot of life stuff gets in the way. I can't really fix a lot of these things, unfortunately. But I still hope that perhaps later on, if you'll give me a chance again, or if I'm able to get that chance again, for that matter, I'll be able to improve on these videos. And I think I have a lesser mic quality now than I did in this video. But I sure hope to God that perhaps this video will do something and just change something. And all that is my life right now. So I appreciate all of you for watching. The rest of the video is just going to be gameplay until near the very end where where we eventually die, or with me and a group of randoms, which you've been watching in this video, eventually die. But I do hope everyone has a great day. Um, and yeah, if whether you're in daytime or nighttime, hope you have a great time. Have a good day.